And we are live. What's good, people? It's your man DL Saint. I was gonna take tonight off, man, but I had some stuff on my mind. You know what I mean? Got some stuff on my mind, so I figured I'd jump on real quick with the quickness, get this off my chest, make this a quick one. Um, yeah. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope y'all rocking well. I hope everything is good. I've already recovered. Um, I've already recovered, man. I was out in Miami over the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, no, Thursday night and Friday night, out till 4 in the morning. Crazy. Saturday night I came in. I'm like, I'm gonna be in bed by midnight, and I was. I got up early Sunday and I headed back up here. Shout out to my man Money Mike, representing from Tennessee. Shout out Fresh and Fit Dallas, wherever y'all are. I know y'all out there trying to make things happen. Brother Michael, was good. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. Yeah, Uncle Saint in the house, man. I wanted to talk about a couple things. I've been in a conversation with my dude Jay Swans, and we've been talking for a couple of months now on this conversation, and it's kind of it revolves around what I'm seeing out there, right? What I'm seeing out there, and the thing, here's the thing with we're kind of going back and forth, and I'm like, bro, things have changed. You know what I mean? Y'all know Uncle Saint a little older. Things have changed. I'm looking at what's going on out there in these streets. And my argument is this. I'm like, yo, things have changed. Things have gotten worse in the sense that women are definitely free to express themselves and to get down however they want to get down in the streets. And there's no longer a thing, in my opinion, of course, it's my opinion, is no longer other women kind of holding them back in the sense that there's kind of shame out there. It's like, oh, girl, you gonna do that? You nasty. You this, you that. I'm not seeing that. Miss AKA lady, what's good? Welcome. How you doing? Um, and then back in the day, I'm talking about this was going on in the, mid to late 80s as I was coming up throughout the 90s and 2000s, where for me, this shift in behavior, it doesn't hurt men, and especially it doesn't hurt the men who are pretty much doing good out there, the guys who have a little game, the guys who know how to talk to women. It seems to me that women are becoming easier, especially, you hear that about like the Western, first world countries, westernized countries, this, that, and the third. I'm talking about America right now. I've been around the world a little bit, but I'm talking about America for this particular conversation. I'm watching how the girls are operating, and couple that with what's going on today with technology. So again, when I was coming up, we couldn't pick up our phone, you know what I mean, and Google stuff. We couldn't do that. There was no YouTube, you know what I mean? There was no Instagram. There was no such thing as people getting out there, influencers. It wasn't any social media influencers. There was certainly dudes in the hood influencing folks. Crunk One Bear, hey, what's good? Welcome to the show. Right. So, but now with technology, things have really changed, and I'm seeing the effects in the street. So Jay Swans and I have been having this conversation, and he might even jump on. He might even jump on tonight. We've been having this conversation, and the conversation actually included my cousin today. At one point, I was talking about the state of guys, the state of men and women today, like what's really going on. Because my thing is, I just keep it 100, bro. Like, America is soft. And when you're talking about men, like, America is soft right now. Like, boys aren't allowed to run around. Boys aren't allowed to climb trees. Kids aren't going outside to play. Parents are bulldozing everything out the way and all that kind of stuff. So, it's so many dudes out there that's never been punched in the mouth, ever. Like, to me, that's always I've said this before. You'll hear me say this a million times. I've said this on other platforms. If you've never been punched in the mouth, bro, you ain't a tough guy. Don't try to be tough. Don't go out there and even try it. Right? If somebody put their hands on you, the first thing you want to do is go run to someone like the police or go run to whoever for help. Man, you ain't a tough guy. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just we're in a place now where men can't be men and women are masculine, being taught to be that way, being forced to stand up. And then when they get in over their head, they turn to the guys, and the guys are like, they don't know how to fight. The guys are turning to their moms and like, hey, mommy, help. So I was just, we were having this conversation. I'm like, bro, I'm saying it's about men. I'm saying, look, there's the women out there, bro, the women out there, like, if you're a top tier guy in the streets right now, you're getting on. Especially if you're in the big cities, the big areas, you getting on, man, because these women are they bout it. I'm seeing that. They bout it. And everything is becoming, it seems to me, more transactional. They want certain things. There's nothing wrong with wanting what you want. But ladies, you got to understand that people can rent. You know what I mean? They can rent a nice watch or a car or Airbnb in some house and then just feed you a line. And that's what they do. You got these guys out here just straight up lying. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And they bagging you because they got a nice Instagram or they got this or they got that. Again, I don't care about all that, but it seems to me there are a lot of women that are just out there. And I was like, man, I'm thinking most women. And that's when my man Jay Swans was like, nah, bro. Nah, it's a small percentage of women. And then my cousin jumps in. And he's like, yeah, man, I mean, think about it. We were talking about we were talking about media, and we were talking about music. And in particular, I brought up this Amber Rose thing, right? Amber Rose she's a rapper now. Y'all remember Amber Rose, this beautiful sister who was talking about the slut walking and all that kind of stuff, who was out there like one of the first video vixens, like she was out there living that life. Beautiful woman. Like she came out with the short hair and all that, rocking, you know what I'm saying? So now she's back and she's still fine. Like she's taking care of herself. I'm pretty sure she still doesn't have a dude. And if she does have a dude, I don't know, but she's working with Manny Fresh. She has a song out, y'all. She has a song out. You know what I mean? And my cousin sent me this and I finally watched the video. I can't play the video, of course, because of copyright and all that kind of stuff. But the title of the track is GYHO, Golf Yankee Hotel Oscar, which is an acronym for Get Yo Ho On. And this is, I guess she wants, they're hoping this to be the next anthem, like get your hoe on, get your motherfucking hoe on. Right? And wow. Right? I was trying to find the lyrics, but this song is brand new, so the lyrics aren't out there. And again, I can't play it. But I was reading an article in Hip Hop DX, and they talk about this. Amber Rose is perhaps best known for dating some of the biggest rappers in the game: Kanye West, Wiz Khalifa, 21 Savage, Machine Gun Kelly. But now she's stepping into the booth herself with the release of her debut single, GYHO, Get Your Hoe On. It's acronym for Get Your Hoe On. The track finds the model slant TV personality putting her provocative spin on the Big Timers 2000 hit Get Your Roll On. In fact, the song was produced by legendary Manny Fresh. He also has a cameo in the video, who reworks his original production and makes a cameo in the accompanying video. Yes. So, and then it goes on. This article, as a matter of fact, I should share this thing. I should just pull the article up so y'all can see it too. So I'm looking at this, y'all, and I'm like, yo. So, hence the title, Lost Boys, Lost Girls. Like, what's really going on out there? You know what I mean? Are traditional roles a thing of the past? If there are no more gender roles, no traditional roles, what are the rules? Like, what are the rules? I'm not asking for myself. I'm old. I'm asking for the youngest. Brother Michael, I got shocked in the face at the age of 4, blood everywhere. Yeah, you need that, bro. You need to get hit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're 4 years old, you got socked in the face. That's not gonna kill you. You know what I mean? But you feel that sting and taste that blood. You know what time it is moving forward. At least, I mean, I got socked in the face a lot, and I took them, I dished them out. Brother Jason's in the house. What's good, man? Fire. Thanks so much for coming out. Thanks for the support. Miss AKA lady. Ladies have to understand you can't move like a man without consequences. The internet exposes bad situations forever. And that's a good point. Forever. I'm gonna get back to that. Because it doesn't go away. The cloud is there and reveals all. That's a great point. Frank Sewell and the Foxtrot Sierra podcast. What's good, brother? What's good? I know we got a collab, man. I know we want to work on that Sun Tzu thing. I haven't forgotten. I've just been doing some other stuff. Thanks for coming in there, bro. Thanks for showing the love. Hit the like button. Appreciate that. So here it is. Here's the article. And let's see. I will make it big over here. And I'm not sure how big I can make it over here. Control plus. Oh, I got it on the wrong. Put it over here. And maybe I can make this bigger. Yes, I can. Wow. Shout out to Aaron C. Pox and Myron Gaines, because I heard Myron tell Chris to use Control Plus to make it bigger, because I didn't know how to make this bigger. And bam, I know it. Boom. Thank you. Shout out Fresh and Fit on the technical side, helping the brother out. So yeah. So this is the article I was just reading, and here's one of the lyrics, I guess, from the track. I flex on hoes, fuck a Benz, this a rose, wet pussy, we slang, freak bitch, do your thing. Wow. Okay. And this is nothing new. I mean, this goes all the way back to, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina. You know what I mean? This has been around, but back then it was always the fringe. But now it seems to be becoming more and more mainstream and more accepted. And my fear is that young women are encouraging each other to do this stuff. And I mean, I could be wrong. And if, Miss AKA lady, I know you here. I definitely want to hear your take on it. If there are any other ladies out there, and gentlemen, of course, I want to hear your take as well. But I mean, is this where we headed? Not only is this where we headed, is this where we are? Because when you watch the video, I mean, she's talking about getting dudes, banging them in the car, like telling the dude's girlfriend, like, yeah, you giving him dome, but you tasting me because he just smashed me. I mean, it's raw. You know what I mean? It's raw. and here's the thing. I'm all about free speech, man. Be creative and put it out there. You know what I mean? The market will dictate what's good and what's bad. But is this the thing? So the article goes on. GYHO falls right in line with Amber Rose's approach to sexuality and femininity. Since 2015, the 38-year-old has been one of the leading faces and voices of the slut walk movement. I do remember that vaguely, the slut walk movement, an annual march in Los Angeles that protests grape culture, supports victims of SA, and seeks to stamp out slut shaming. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but is that where we want to be? Do we want young women to just be out there and be sluts? That's cool for the top tier dudes. We've established that the majority of guys don't really know how to get at girls like that. And if you're to believe the hypergamy and all that kind of stuff, like Myron and Fresh say, man, they love the hoes. They out there. It makes it easy for them. And dudes who are, in that top tier. While the song serves as her first official single, Rose is no stranger to the mic. During her marriage to Wiz Khalifa between 2013 and 2016, she appeared on multiple songs from Taylor Gang Chief, including the Pharrell-produced Rise Above and Never Been Part 2, alongside Rick Ross. I'm not familiar with this work. While the mother too dedicated several Instagram posts and stories to promoting the track, others were less enthusiastic about her launching a rap career ban Amber Rose from all recording studios, one Twitter user wrote, while another added, Amber Rose is 40 and still screaming about being a hoe. We know, please leave us alone. We don't care. You know, it's people, you know, voicing their opinions. It is what it is. Some fans questioned the timing of the song in the wake of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. You know, that's like real life political stuff going on. Ending the 50-year-old ruling granting women constitutional right to termination or to the option, we'll call it the option, as a federal, under federal protection. And what the Supreme Court did was they basically deferred this law to the state, so the states can determine if they want to make that option legal in the state or not, as opposed to being guaranteed right by the federal government. So that's huge. And she dropped. I mean, she didn't know that was coming. I mean, people knew this was coming, but we didn't know the exact date and all that. And why would the record label even bother to check on political stuff like that? So, I mean, it is what it is. And Amber Rose just dropped a song talking about all my bitches get your hoe on, bad timing, says hashtag Roe v. Wade, one person tweeted. So as you can see, there's people out there who are like, yo, they're not crazy about this. But again, my fear is this the new norm? Is this the new norm? You know what I mean? Brother Frank, been busy too, bro. No worries. Thank you. We're going to make that happen, though, man. We're going to definitely do that. I love that Sun Tzu angle, and we're definitely going to get that. Brother Michael, yeah, super busy. Miss AKA lady, watch your mouth. Those lyrics are lazy. Whatever happened to creative metaphors? Yeah, you got it. That's underground now. If you really want that, those orders are out there, but they're not getting money. This stuff gets the bread. This stuff gets the bread. So, I mean, they're out there. But hey, we'll see how it does. We'll see. Like I said, the market will determine what happens, you know, with her and this project and what Manny and them make, what they invest in, what they'll make. Wonderful 34. What up, Mr. DL? And two fingers salute to the Joes. What's up? Thank you very much. Yeah, to the Joes and Josephines out there. Welcome. This is DL saying I really want to know podcast. With my military background, yeah, we using that. Joes and Josephines. Wonderful 34. What's up? Thank you so much. Donnie Little's 13. The problem is people nowadays care more about likes and views rather than upholding morals. Shaking my damn head. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. 100. Unfortunately, that's what it is on YouTube. Like I could easily right now, with the connections that I've made and the networking that I've done within the manosphere, easily just stick to 100% hardcore red pill content. I will be monetizing those no time flat. I can just be talking about stuff I may or may not believe in, just to cater to a certain crowd. If I just wanted to get likes up, if I just wanted to get views up, get the shares up, and to, like I said, to get money or whatever. So I see that. I don't knock anybody who does that, but I don't. It's one of the things I learned on the streets. You know what I mean? Shout out to my cousin Marv, yo. All money ain't good money. You got to live with that. I'm here trying to do what I can, trying to help out. You know what I mean? I really want to help folks. I'm trying to put out some content and put out some information and entertain and all that good stuff, right? But and I like those people who've been rocking me from day one, because they're keeping it real with me and I'm keeping it real with them, and we can start some conversations and see what happens. And we try to help folks. Like we said, over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there was an opportunity for people to get out there and to get picked up by the Federal Aviation Administration as an air traffic controller. A lot of people took advantage of that. Shout out to Miss AKA lady. She was out there spreading the word. A lot of people took advantage of that. And we're going to track to see who got in and who's making it to the next stage. You know, I know they're looking for thousands. I think they're hoping to get 3,000 or 4,000 new hires. And I hope all 3,000 came from this platform. All bullshit aside, I want to see people help. But that was a good point. And Brother Jason saying, I'm starting not to care. Thoughts are letting us know who they are. The good ones won't act this way. At this point, if you pick a hoe, it's your fault. Yeah, I can see that. And that's yeah, good point, bro. Good point though. But here's my thing: are we leading these young women and young men astray? There's dudes out there doing the same thing. There are guys who grew up in the nicest bubbles, man, like surrounded by privilege and wealth and opportunity, and they're running to the hood trying to be a thug. Like they're going out there, wanting to join somebody's set, right? Going out here putting in work for a neighborhood they ain't never been to. So it's happening to both. And again, it's all over this clout thing, wanting attention, I guess. I don't know what it is. You want to say it's bad upbringing, but it's not even that. These people coming out of 2-family households, they have everything, but they're running to the streets. So, I mean, but your point is well taken, bro. You know what I mean? And I think we could be leading these women astray, these young women astray. My brother Michael is saying, peace. Fast money, slow problems, absolutely, and they don't realize that until it's too late. And that goes to these young girls. You want to go start you an OnlyFans? Yeah, you're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid, but you ain't gonna be making all that money just from showing your feet. They gonna want to see more. When that money starts to slow up, you're gonna start doing more, right? And it's just like the young ladies who choose that life as an exotic dancer. You want to get out there, right? You want bands to make you dance. When those bands start to slow up because you're getting a little older and the young, it's a brand new batch of 18-year-olds every day. You start getting a little older, you still want them bands. The guy's going you're going to have to do more than just dance, baby. You know what I mean? I have yet to meet a woman in that field who's been doing it for more than 3 or 4 years. When they sit down and talk to me and keep it 100, they're like, yeah, bro, I've done sexual favors for money. Sure have. Getting it. But they're not filming it. The OnlyFans girls are filming it. You know what I mean? And Miss A.K.A. is agreeing with Brother Jason, Brother Michael, the dark side of sexuality. Yeah, definitely a dark side of sexuality. So what's going on and what I'm noticing is the negative impact that this freedom that these young women have, and older women too, just women in general, there's this freedom that comes with this, right? And they all gonna want the best, and we're not gonna have. By this point, I think most people agree with hypergamy. I think they agree with that, and like I said, I think hypergamy is a far superior dating strategy than the strategy that most men have. I just want a cute girl with a big booty, right? If anybody knows, all you got to do is remember what Belle Biv DeVoe say, man. You can't trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is poison. Right? So go back and listen to that song. So this is not new. It just seems to be on steroids because of what's going on with media today. Colonel Sanders in the house. What's good, brother? Hey, we're gonna be getting together, man, soon. I'm back. I might have to go to Miami in 4 days. Something I forgot when I was down there. I'm gonna have to go back. Definitely within the next 12 days. So I'm gonna be here in Tampa at least for the week. So we got to get together, bro. Let's go have a drink and catch up, man. It's been a while. Brother Jason, yes, this is the new normal. And if you fight it, you will be canceled. Yes. I hate to see our people effing up. Yes. Good point. Yes. Anything that you do or say to shame or to wag the finger at, female dating strategy or anything like that, you will be met with shaming language. You will be with that small dick energy, shaming language, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Shout out Myron Gaines. He says that all the time. Belle Biv DeVoe was prophesizing. They sure was. They sure was. And that's Colonel Sanders. No worries, bro. I'm going to holler at you. Yeah, definitely holler at me, man. Let's go get a drink, bro. Like I said, it's been too long. I mean, I know you got the little, you caught the little cough, boy. I know you caught the little cough. But it looked like you survived. So let's get out there and, let's chop it up. And Brother Michael liked the video. So there's this unintended backlash that comes with the RP world. Now, and I want to keep it 100 with the RP world. Listen out there, y'all. RP manosphere cats, y'all need to understand something. Female nature is something to be studied, and you want to understand so you can adjust your game accordingly, right? So when you go to places like Fresh and Fit, or you're on Cobra Tate, or Better Bachelors, or Entrepreneurs in Cars, or wherever you're going, to get your dose of red pill, bro, you're not using it as some sort of weapon. You're using it to educate yourself to adjust your game, right? So if you one of those cats that really ain't got any game and you still get your butt hurt when you go out there and you approach a woman and she shoots you down, you truly don't understand what's going on. You truly aren't aware. That shouldn't hurt you, bro. It shouldn't hurt you. If you are a student of the RP world, you understand that the best dudes only close like 10%. They close 10%. Right? That means 90% of the time they're getting shot down. It ain't nothing but a thing, bro. It ain't nothing. Don't let it hurt your feelings. You dig? You just get out there and you do it. That's man shit. So these guys are getting out there and they have these negative takes on women, and they're taking it too far, in my opinion. Go over, talk to a girl, you get your feelings hurt, you want to call her all out her name or whatever. Say she's just a 304, she for the streets, this, down the third, because she didn't want to deal with your ass. It is what it is, bro. We know that women are emotional. She might just feel that way at 9. What time is it now? It's 9:58. She might feel that way at 9:58. By 10:35, she might be into you. But if you over there talking crazy when you walk away, if you don't walk away like a true gentleman, like a true G, if you walk away like a little punk, kicking a can, kicking rocks and calling her names, not only is she not going to rock with you, but none of her friends are going to rock with you, and none of the women who witnessed it is going to rock with you. So y'all, this ain't about women, but it's a lot of backlash because these red pill cats are saying that all these women are the ratchet types that they see on the after hours on Fresh and Fit. Like they're like the ratchet types that they see on these TikToks when these women are talking about what they did. Like I slept with my boyfriend's cousin, or I did this, I did that. I banged the Uber driver while my boyfriend was passed out in the back seat. Not all women are like that. Now, this gets into the conversation that me and my man Jay Swans were having. I think the percentage of women who are like that is growing. I think the percentage of women is growing big time. And he's like, no, it's still a very small percentage of women who are looking at this, get your hoe on video or WAP or whatever else is going out there, what Cardi B is saying, what Meg Thee Stallion is saying. He is saying that the percentage is still the same as it was when we were young. I think it's growing. I think it's growing because of the reach of media, in particular YouTube. I think it's growing. So, and it's something I'm gonna share on here. I want to react to because I thought it was cool. Yeah, and Brother Michael's like, understand your environment. Yeah, learn this stuff. Miss AKA lady, placing your value in your body is a bad long-term investment. However, I understand the confusion. The thoughts get a lot of attention. Some men are promoting and condemning the behavior at the same time. That's an excellent point, and I agree. You see it on Fresh and Fit every time they do it after hours. These guys will be on there in the chat. They chat is amazing, right? They undefeated for real. The chat's made girls walk. The chat has made girls Frank Castle themselves. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? I got Money Mike in the house. This is my man Money Mike, bro. You should change your name because you know what it is. You know what I mean? Coming out of Tennessee, he was down in Miami with me, man. I was watching him wreck shop. He was down there getting it, getting dimes, y'all, getting dimes. Down there looking like a mini Patrick Mahomes, getting the hardest type women to get to, getting bartenders, getting waitresses. You know what I mean? I might have gave him a couple pointers here and there. I might have coached him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Money Mike, what's up? What up, Unc? Glad we got to break bread in Miami this past weekend. Always a pleasure and always real 100, like the video people roll to 1,000 and onwards. Much love. Yeah, I hate to put your business out there, but he was getting them, y'all. He was getting them. But there was a lot of coaching that had to jump off. A lot of coaching. You know what I mean? But I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, man, down there making it happen. The brother wasn't afraid. He was fearless. I was pointing him out like, go talk to her. And he was right over there like a real soldier. Went right over there. Came back like, yeah, she shot me down, but it was cool though. Like, no problem. But right off rip, he had 5 of them. Dimes, going back and forth. Dimes hitting him up 2, 3 in the morning. What you doing? I'm like, see, boy, that's how you do it. So shout out to you, Money Mike, making it happen down there in Miami. I told you they playing fair down there in Miami. Can't guarantee you the same results in LA. You'll still have good ones, but I can't guarantee you those results. Same with New York. You know what I mean? Same with DC. You're going to go to DC, y'all got to get y'all political game up. Political game in DC will take you a long way. But yeah, man, and we got G Complex in the house. Hey, what's good? Yeah, what's good, brother? Good to see you. We got to get you back on here before the summer's over, man. Let's talk about the financial coaching game, especially now that we're coming into a recession. Absolutely got to get you back on there. You know what I mean? Brother Jason, bartenders are the hardest. Yes, they are. Bartenders and waitresses, bro, they getting hit on by every goddamn body. They getting hit on by all of the weirdos. Every last one of them getting hit on by the weirdos, by the simps. It is what it is. They got it down to a science. If you can pull that, you want to test yourself, gentlemen, get you a bartender, get you a waitress. You really want to test yourself. Pull a Hooters girl or tilted kilt girl. Put one of those places where they out there with, thirst trapping with their body to make them extra tips. Pull one of them. It's easier to pull a stripper than it is to pull one of those, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I pulled them all, but I'm telling you, bro, you got to have your game on point. You want to test yourself. That's how you do it. And Money Mike can tell you what's up with it. You know what I mean? Colonel Sanders got a lot of savages savages in the chat. Yeah, bro. Fresh and Fit got real savages over there. You know what I mean? Brother Eric, what's good? Salute to DL. And you are correct, sir. Thought culture is growing fast. It is growing. And it's growing for the reasons that Miss A.K.A. Lady had put there, man. I'm telling you, I was watching Math Hoffa's show, and he had the brother on there with the dreads. I forget his name. I'm not going to go look it up right now. Big time music executive guy, sharp brother, real cool, old head. And he was saying that clout and attention is the new currency, bro. And that is a problem. Like, people always want attention. Not everybody wants to lurk in the shadows like people like me. I want to be in the shadows, bro. You don't need to know who I am. I like to be mysterious. But there's people out there, most folks today, men and women, they just want that attention, bro. They want all that attention. And that's a bad thing for these, especially for the young women. You know what I mean? Like this whole thought thing. There's young girls out there, they call each other thoughts. I mean, it was like back in the day when women were wearing the G-string, showing outside their pants or whatever, wearing the T-shirts that said "cum bucket" and all that kind of stuff, or "cum dumpster," that kind of stuff. Like, it's kind of like a return of that, but it's more. Like, it's just, I think they really taking it serious. You know what I mean? Especially when you go to the big cities, man. Like, real talk, people like, well, I want a cheat code. You can flex. You know what I mean? Rent you a car. You know what I'm saying? Rent you an Airbnb. You know what I mean? Rent a car that's someone else's car, not a rental, like they have like their a customized play or something like that. Bro, that's a cheat code. You can fool them, and they gonna come and smash. They gonna come and smash. It boils down to if you're attractive, and that's where, like, being in shape. You know what I mean? Being confident, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff that's being taught over there. And in my opinion, confidence is the number one thing. You got enough confidence, bro. You could be fat, like Rick Ross before he became big. That guy was a prison guard, mad confident. He was getting chicks. Before I had any money, I was getting chicks. I was confident, right? Everything else is just a amplifier. But, you can get young girls to fall for this. You can get some old women to fall for this. You know what I mean? But it's leaving these women in a bad place because you can't shake it, man. Like I said, it's on video in a lot of cases, man. They making this money, and they wonder why no one takes them serious. Right? They out here, even if you just do it one time, if it's a young woman watching this, you go out there one time and let the wrong dude rock you. Right? You let the wrong dude do it. He turn you out. He might have you all on film. He might have his own OnlyFans, trick you into signing some sort of release, and then bam, it's out there. You wondering why you can't make partner in the firm. They're going to be showing you this, like, well, here's this video right here of you getting rocked out by 3 dudes at one time. Y'all got to be careful, man. So, like, the red pill guys, and what I wanted to get out there is this. Not all women are like that. Not all. I think the number is growing. I can't even make up a number when it comes to percentage on this. Like I can't make up a number. If y'all out here listening to me, you know, what percentage of women do you think are out there being raw with it, being wild with it? 0 to 100. I can't. When I was in my 20s, I would say 10 to 12%, let's say 15% of the women that you would meet would be freaky like that. Up front freaky, in the club freaky. Now I would say 70% of the women you would meet behind the doors freaky. If you put in enough work, you had enough game, you could get to that. That was the reward. Like it's just you and her, the doors closed, and then you really see what it do. I would say like 70% of women were like that. And then 30% of the women was just really hard. They just put themselves, they held themselves to a real high standard to really get to that level of freakiness. You really had to like be married to them or in a long-term relationship or something like that. She had to really love you. But the percentage back then of women who were just out there wild with it, I'm just gonna say it was 15%. I'm making up numbers. I got nothing to back this up, just based on my life. But I wonder what the number is now. You know what I mean? Like I wonder what the number is. Like, y'all let me know what y'all think. Just making up numbers. You know what I mean? And Brother G Complex, no doubt, I'm ready to chop it up again. Yeah, we're gonna make that happen. Miss AKA Lady, studies show that social media likes create chemical reactions equal to drugs. Yeah, you get dopamine hits, that's for sure. I believe the making money, but not at all. I'm sorry. I believe in making money, but not at any cost. Some money ain't worth it at all. And I think that's what you mean. You said with it at all, but worth it at all. Yeah. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. Fresh and Fit Live, just a reminder, big bro. Yeah. Fresh and Fit just went live probably. Good looking out, Brother Mike. Yeah. And I understand if y'all got to jump over there. I ain't mad at you. They doing the after hours. I can't even sit through an after hours live anymore, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. The quality of woman that comes on there has dipped. And I mean, they don't actively recruit. All they do is say, hey, if you want to be on the show, you know, Chris says it every show. If you want to be on here, shoot me a link, you know, shoot me a DM on Instagram. These women ask to come on the show. The days of having, you know, Bianca, Nina, Shawty D, you know what I mean? Like the days of having women with a little bit going on that can at least hold a conversation, I think those days are gone. Next time I talk to Myron and Fresh, I'm gonna say, hey man, could y'all set up maybe a special show? Actually, I'll talk to Chris about it because Chris handles all that. I'm like, hey man, can you maybe once every quarter set up a show with women that we know can hold a conversation? But hey man, it's the dudes out there, bro. That's what they want. They want that red meat. They want the ratchet chicks to come out there. They want to see a Frank Castle. They want to see all this. It is what it is. That's where the money's at. I ain't mad at them, but I can't watch the live anymore, bro. I'll watch some of them. I try to either watch the shorts or I'll fast forward through it if they land on a good conversation. But thanks for the heads up. Miss AKA Lady, nobody wants their grandson running across their Freaknik videos yet. And there may or may not be some Freaknik videos out there featuring this guy. Maybe. I'm just saying. Plausible deniability. Those VH big old camera things, they were grainy. I'll be sitting there. If you catch one of them videos, you catch me, I'll be sitting there like Dave Chappelle pleading the fifth. I'll be like, I plead the fifth. You know what I mean? Ask me a question, 5. That's what I'll be saying. It probably wasn't me. You know what I mean? Probably wasn't me. Levels to the freak. It is level. It was back then. It was levels to it. It still is today. But Mr. Kayla was saying levels to the freak. Can't get everything at the door. It cheapens you, and that's real. That's real. But definitely levels to it, y'all. I mean, when I was coming up, like again, game. You really just can't. So many guys will come up to me and they'll ask me like, how you do that. Real story. This is when I was living in Brickell. This was back in 2009, right? In my building was a dude who was wearing all Gucci stuff, bro. Just all Gucci. You little short, dark-skinned dude. And he called himself a pimp. He was like, bro, I'm kind of like a pimp, man. I think he was doing the cam girl thing. Real talk. I really think he was doing that inside the building. Like he would have girls come over Either he was making porn, like producing porn, or he was doing some variant of a cam girl thing. He called himself a pimp. All right. So we go to the club, we go to the Blue Martini. It's not there anymore. It used to be right there in Brickell, which was a spot. We go in there, and he with me. You know what I'm saying? And again, this supposed to be the pimp right next to me. Got on all the Gucci, had on expensive watch, all that, everything head to toe. Dude had paper. He was dressed in it. You know what I mean? I'm standing there, and this tall Russian goes walking by. So I stop her for a hot second, chat her up. You know what I mean? She turn around, she see me, whatever. We start talking, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Snatch her number real quick because she said she lived in the area. I snatched her number real quick. I'm like, I see you around. She walked away. Dude, right away was like, how'd you do that? I'm like, do what? Hey, how'd you talk to her? I said, hi, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you doing? She turned around. She's like, I'm doing fine. Struck up a conversation. It was like, bro, I mean, you always do that? I'm like, yeah, man. So the rest of the night, he's pointing out chicks. He's pointing to women. You think you go talk to her? Yeah, I go talk to her. You know what I mean? And it blew his mind. It was like I was performing a magic trick. You know what I mean? It was just like, I was pulling a rabbit out of his ears, like, ta-da, just because I knew how to go talk to another human being. At the end of the day, y'all, we're all human. It's male and female, but we're all human. Learn how to talk about stuff, right? A lot of my friends are like, oh, man, it's just because, you stand up, you funny, da-da-da. I ain't say no jokes to little shorty. She ain't laugh. We just had a conversation. She was fine. I was talking to her, asking about what she had on, complimenting her nails. You know what I mean? Her toes were looking good. She had just got her nails and her toes done. I commented on it. That bought me 5 minutes. I didn't have to buy her a drink. I didn't have to send her a bottle. You know what I mean? I ain't have to take her shopping. I ain't do none of that. Matter of fact, I didn't even call her. I had a number. I didn't even call her. She was all right. I just wanted to holler. You know what I mean? Just wanted to holler. Right? And and then Wonderful 34 is saying, all right, Miss AK lady. Yeah, she's keeping it 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. That's right. That is one of the funniest bits. When you talk about writing jokes, and I know this is just a little bit off topic, but that bit, I want to say that's got to be one of the funniest bits ever made, in my opinion, because it's so smart. The concept of treating a street dude, a black dude, a hood drug dealer, right? The justice system treating him the same way that they treat white collar Anglo-Saxon rich people, right? Did you peep how they did that? Right? They switched the roles, and it was amazing. And I show that to people to this day, and they're like, "Oh man, that's just over the top." I'm like, no, that is exactly how they come for you when you white collar crime. That's exactly how they came for Bernie Madoff. They came for him like that. Well, what time? When do you want to come in and talk to us? All right, we don't. We got a warrant for your arrest. When do you want to turn yourself in? You know what I mean? That's how they treat them. Let them come after you for some street crime. Man, they kicking the door in. They might shoot your mama on accident, bro. If anybody make too many if you got a dog, they are shooting the dog. Right? They're gonna kick like when I say kick the door in, it's coming off the hinges. You gotta fix the door. They might throw a flashbang in there. Bro, I'm trying to tell you. Go back and watch that. Dave Chappelle. Put that in YouTube right now. Dave Chappelle, 5th. Man, that shit's so funny. I'm going to be watching it when this is over. Because it motivates me to go out and be funny. I'll watch that. I'll watch Bill Burr. Those are the two guys I watch now. I'll watch Bill Burr. Sorry you feel that way. I'll watch that whole hour. I'm still studying that routine, that whole hour. And then I watch Dave Chappelle, some of his clips from the Chappelle show. And it's just brilliant. That's a brilliant guy. So, okay, I'm not talking about comedy anymore. Let's get back to the topic here. Let's get back to no rules. No rules. Miss AKA lady. Noah Clayton Bixby. Yeah. The black white supremacist. Oh, yeah. You say no, it's Clayton Bixby. Yeah, that dude. Again, Dave Chappelle show, man, they had some funny stuff. The blind black dude who's a white supremacist. Hilarious. He could do that same bit right now and just put on a MAGA hat, and it'll be gold. It'll be gold. He could probably go to a rally. If Dave Chappelle was to get get into costume in that as dude, as Clayton Bixby, putting on a MAGA hat, going to a rally. Trump would probably let him speak. That would be hilarious. But anyway, I digress. There's something I wanted to show y'all, and this is from Jay Waller's podcast, Justin Waller. Shout out to him. Go check out his work. Justin, Sterling, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, to me, if you're a young guy and you're trying to figure it out, these men are gentlemen. These men are aware. Listen to what they are saying. Now, there's a few other guys here who are big in the red pill world. I don't know their names. I know I'm supposed to. And now let me share this video so y'all can see it. And again, I'm not hating. It's just people have different techniques and people have different paths, right? So it is what it is. Game peep game is where I'm from, is the way I was raised. So we're going to get into this. But here's Justin, here's Sterling. These two guys, 100% gentlemen. They bout it. You know what I'm saying? Guarantee you they know what it's like to get punched in the mouth, these two. I bet you in their life they done dealt with that, be it through sports. You know what I mean? Here's an Australian, and here is a Southern gentleman, be it through sports or just dealing in the streets, dealing with cats. So, I wanted to watch this, man. And the title of this clip is Why Men Are Having Unhealthy Perceptions of Women. And I thought this was pretty cool. So here we go.
Or discover this weekend while in Miami? It's a good question. It's actually a good question. It's actually a good question. All right.
Wow.
Start. Miguel, go.
Jesus Christ.
Let me give myself more time to think.
Yeah.
I think I need a little more time. Let me finish my drink. All right.
I'll
Go. Go.
I'll go first. Okay.
Okay.
What for me, the biggest thing that was shocking to me, because I just got on Tinder. I have like just a shitty profile up right now, but just checking the market and just seeing how so many girls are literally for sale in Miami is fucking.
He has a good point there. There are, like, seriously though, y'all, that online presence, like when Myron and Fresh talks about your Tinder, and I forget about the course they were doing. They're 100%. The shit work, man, because that's women are using that to go to find guys. So, and there are a lot of women down here. They really are lightweight for sale, man. They bout it. If you got the money, they certainly got the time.
And like, it's actually kind of depressing. I'm like, damn. Because when I look at every one of these girls, I'm like, I wonder what her relationship with her father is like. Because it usually has to go to quite the extreme for them to get to that level, in my opinion. I don't know what it's like.
That may or may not be the case anymore, bro. There are women coming out of good homes. It's just this media thing.
A lot of these girls, I mean, they're hot as fuck, but like, they're clearly for sale and advertising it on Tinder, which was, for me, I don't see that in Japan at all. So for me, it was just like, oh God, it was pretty heavy.
The amount of bad plastic surgery out here.
The amount of bad plastic surgery.
Yeah, I actually.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I actually want to say something.
Check this part right here. It's the part right here.
Because I think there's a little bit of an unhealthy perception of women from for the young guys, particularly the ones that gauge women based off of the girls on, like, let's say Fresh and Fit.
Right.
Yes.
Gauging all women.
And
all
that's
women
no disrespect to Myron and Fresh, because I fucking love and respect the shit out of both those guys.
Definitely.
But for any guy in America, particularly, if you were looking to have an understanding of women, yes, everything on the show is true and everything you hear in the Red Pill is true. But if you're looking for a better quality of woman from the start, a better base woman to start with, it's probably going to be in your flyover states. Anywhere that's not Miami.
So, and here's the part that made me really pay attention to what these brothers were talking about. And my personal experience, I didn't spend a lot of time in flyover country until later in life. And even then, it's not like I go to North or South Dakota a lot. It's not like I'm going to Walla Walla, Washington, or Minot, or I'm going to Oklahoma City a lot, right? But when I have been in places like that, I mean, you have to adjust for the racial component, obviously. But when I have been to places like that, yo, folks are cool. Even if they weren't feeling my culture, even if they weren't feeling the fact that, you know, I look the way I look, once the ice was broken, the conversations were real, the people were cool. So they have a really good point there about flyover country. I just wanted to say that real quick, and we're going to continue real quick.
Miami, LA, New York, dude. Don't quit on women just because you see some ratchet bitch in Miami.
Or in a major city that you live in.
Right. There are good women out there. I know for a fact.
Yes.
And whether it's in America or you even hear Andrew talk about going to places in Eastern Europe or going to Moldova. The difference is basically getting in a city where you don't have an all-star team of women that are sugar babies. Go to the Texas, Louisiana, Iowa, Kentucky, man, and look, they're fucking beautiful.
They go.
And he ain't lying there. I'm from Ohio, Cincinnati, around the border, right across the river. You in Kentucky, you know what I mean? Just continue on south, like, going through Kentucky, Tennessee, you know what I mean? Hitting Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, all that. When you hit the South, man, the deep South especially, bro, there's a such thing as a Southern Belle. They are out there. You go to Savannah, you can find them. Now, here's the thing. Simply because you go to one of these places doesn't mean that you need to forget about all of the red pill truth that's out there. You just can't do that. Like, you still got to understand you're still in the United States of America. You still got to understand you got to perform. There's always going to be a masculine burden of performance if you're a top-tier guy. The bottom 80, I don't know what's going on down there. Maybe they don't have to perform. Maybe they do negotiate, you know what I mean, burning desire, which you can't, it's impossible, but maybe they try. Shout out to Rolo, the sponsor. You cannot negotiate that. So I agree with them. There are good women out there. There are. And this is what Jay Swans was saying all the time. I was trying to get him to jump on, but something might have happened. He was out doing some things, so he probably didn't make it. But there are good women out there, right? And if she's into you, she's into you. And once you get her, you have to continue to do those things that drew her to you in the first place to keep her. You can't get her and then become fat. You can't get her and then, she met you while you traveling the world. This is, I love to travel and I love to do all this stuff. Then you get her and you stop. If that's one of the things she loves and you stop, bro, she gonna look to some other things. I mean, now there are some guys who won't agree with that. They're like, nope, you got to hold your frame. She'll do what you say when you say. All right, maybe. You know what I mean? But understand this. She holds all of the Uno draw 4 cards. She holds all the wild cards, all the draw 4s. She got them all because we're in America. No fault divorce. So go ahead. Push her to the brink. Like, not only will she go out there and smash whoever she want to smash, go get a top tier guy, because if you messing with her, she a dime anyway, right? If you top tier, you're going to want the best. Not only is she going to go get a top tier dude, but she going to divorce you and take half your stuff. You know what I mean? Because you failed to maintain your masculine burden. So, Mr. AK later, he does make a good point. People typically adapt to their environment to a certain extent. Yeah. And that was my whole thing about jumping on tonight. I just wanted to talk about, what are these young girls, are they adapting and they're taking on this persona, right? The hot girl summer thing, you know what I mean? This female empowerment, you know what I mean? Are they taking on this thought lifestyle because A, it gives them attention, and B, is because that's what people are telling them to do to be cool? I don't know, but let's continue with these brothers real quick. I think it was one more point I want to hear them make.
I'm swiping in Kentucky right now. They got dimes.
Yeah, bro.
They are
So
stunning.
don't sleep on that, man. Just because a girl look, country
And you
women
can get them early.
And
Yeah.
yes,
You can get them young and early.
They can have values. They can come from anything below the Mason-Dixon line. They'll have a base of Christianity.
Yep.
But that's so there's that.
Yep.
And you
It's
can
a level
just
of protection.
you
It's
can
a
just
degree
get a
of
better
protection.
cloth of woman. A lot of the red pill space, in my opinion, is a little bit too far
Gone on her.
gone on women are trash. That's not true.
No,
That's absolutely not
very
true. You become the right guy and go get a better cloth of woman in a city that has some values left.
Right.
And I think you'll be really surprised at what you can do.
And I gotta agree with that. Shout out to you, Justin, brother Justin, out there making it happen. I gotta agree with that. And then they went on to talk about what's going on in like overseas and what they were doing. You know how women are abroad versus women in America. And then they began that they didn't really necessarily trash, but if you compare America as a whole to the rest of the world, yeah, America is gonna rate lower on that morality scale, on that traditional value scale, because American women really, I ain't gonna lie, man, as a whole, they own one. You know what I mean? But if you're in America, if you are forced to hunt here, if you don't have means to get out, you know what I mean? Because you'll catch me in Colombia. You'll catch me, you know what I mean? I can't wait to get to the Philippines. I've been to Japan, South Korea. He ain't lying. Like, Japan is more than nice, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. The women there are very traditional in Japan. You catch a Japanese woman over here when she on vacation, you think hot girl summer is bad in Miami or something like that? Catch a woman from Japan here in America. Woo. Woo. Boy, you talk about getting it in. They getting it in. But when they go back to Japan, there's no evidence. They go back to Japan and they're right back to being feminine. They're right back into their roles. So I agree 100% with what they're saying. You can find good women everywhere. And when I had a conversation with Jay Swanson, I go back and forth. You know what I mean? Man, I wish he had jumped on. I sent him a link, but y'all know he bumped his head one too many times. The CTE might be acting up. But when he and I go back and forth, he thinks I'm just using a broad brush and I'm painting all women, like all women in America are trash. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it seems to me from what I'm seeing in the trenches that there are more women who are okay being loose like that today than there was back in the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s. Just from my perspective, this is not a scientific thing. I'm just telling you what I saw. Now, people could argue like, bro, it was where you were. All right. I was all through the Midwest. I was all through the South. And I saw it. I remember going down to Atlanta as a youngin', and I remember when women in Georgia were feminine for real. They were raised that way. I remember going to Georgia in my early teens and sitting at the table, and the young women and the older women would serve the men first. They would serve the men. The elders got served first, the elder men, and then the younger men. They would bring you your plate, ask you what you want. The young girls would do that, and the women would do that, being taught by the women. I saw this with my own eyes. This happened in Cincinnati when I was growing up, and it stopped in the 90s. I stopped seeing it in Cincinnati as much. It wasn't the norm anymore in the 90s. Still saw it a little bit in the South, right? Going through the Carolinas, going through Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, you know what I mean? North and South Carolina. I saw it, right? I saw it. Now, Florida was tricky. Florida's always been its own thing. I did see it in Miami. I saw it in Dade County, but it was a Latin thing. To this day, they do it. You know what I mean? Have somebody bring you home to have dinner with the family and they Cuban or they Dominican or they Colombian. You getting served, bro. And then when the meal was over, everything was done, the women would come and take the plates and they would go, you know what I mean, and handle all that. I saw this. You hardly see it now. You know what I mean? You hardly see it now. And I'm to this day, like, especially now, with women, like, y'all know I'm in my 50s. I'll have young women over there in their late 30s, early 40s will come into my home and expect me to serve them. Blows my mind. They expect me to cook for them. They expect me to give them, could you give me a massage? Are you topping me off? That's not my role. Hey, man, you wrong for saying that, Saint. I'm keeping it 100. You haven't done anything. Yeah, you want me to cook for you? You want me to clean up after I cook, make you dessert, feed you, right? And then give you a back rub? Are you high? And if you are, if it's some good weed, can I hit it? Because you must be smoking on something good if you saying all this and you ain't did nothing for it. I mean, nothing to deserve that. And they will say, well, I'm a woman. Like, okay, I'm the man. Like, we in my space. I had a crazy white chick in LA. I would come home from work. She would have made me a meal from scratch. We'll bring it. This was in 2008. This was 2008. I was living in Studio City. Shout out to you, Heather, wherever you at. She was, bodied up. She was fit. You know what I mean? She wasn't the prettiest woman. She had a real bad acne problem, like a severe acne problem. But she was a master with makeup. You never knew. You never knew. Like, it was, she's probably in the makeup business right now. She's probably in Hollywood, like, doing makeup. She's that good, right? She would work, come back to my crib, cook. When I walked in, she knew what time I was gonna get to the crib. When I walked in, she had the meal ready for me at the table. Right, had my favorite TV show on. It was Dave Chappelle back then. I had the DVD. She would put the DVD in. I would sit down and eat. Right, I finished eating. She'd take everything away. Then she would bring me over a White Russian. Then she would make me a White Russian dessert drink. You know what I'm saying? Then I sit down in my seat. That's what she bring me the White Russian. This white girl grew up. She was born and raised in California. You know what I'm saying? Up in Central California. I met her. She came down to LA. Made me the drink, man, whatever, watching my favorite TV show. And then later on, yeah, she did the rest too. This was every day. Yo, she was crazy, but at least she did that. You know what I mean? At least she did that. And yeah, when I took her out, yes, you going with me to wherever I go, to the finest spots. You in the VIP with me. I'm taking you out. I'm opening your doors for you. Why? She did the female thing. So I'm going to do the male thing. It worked out real good. Real good. Miss AKA lady, he does make a good point. People typically, I already read that. And then Miss AKA lady again, looks like it might just be me, you, and a couple others. A woman's family matters. During holidays, women are in the kitchen and men are doing whatever they do, which tends to be man stuff. We're out tending to the yard. You know what I mean? I was always cutting the grass, raking the leaves, shoveling the snow. You know what I mean? There were guys out there who back in the day when you did your own oil changes, when you did your own brake jobs, was doing that. We was out there getting dirty, getting sweaty, working on the roof, cleaning the gutters. You know what I mean? Cleaning the garage, doing man stuff. You know what I mean? If need be, having to defend the house. Somebody got some drama. It's men going out there to deal with that. That's what we were doing back in the day. I was doing that during my lifetime. So you're right. That's just to your point, Miss AKA, doing whatever they do. It's men stuff. It's what men should be doing. And Miss AKA lady continues. She's like, nah, you tripping, DL. You can't be hospitable and cook for your house guests. Nah, I ain't cooking. You got to earn that. I mean, and maybe this is the thing. Maybe this is the world we're in now. Again, what are the rules? What are the rules? She did nothing to earn that. She came over like, cook me this, cook me that, give me this, give me that, give me a massage. Get out. She didn't earn it. Heather earned it. You know what I mean? She earned it. She didn't ask me for nothing either. She was never like, can you take me here? Can you take me there? The previous, again, the one I'm talking about, the recent one, she just, real talk, little shorty was for the streets. She was one of those girls one of those women who are out there doing her thing. She's older now, probably hit the wall. She's not getting the attention, but she was still petite and had a real nice body. And she was trying to maximize that. And I think she realized that all these dudes that she was letting smash her, she was getting pumped and dumped, and she got tired of it, and she was trying to get herself a guy, but it was nothing there. Now, I wonder, is that a thing where she done smashed too many dudes? Rollo Tomasi was talking about that. I think the Guardian put out an article when they were like, the number of male partners that women have directly affects their ability to be happy or to be in long-term relationships. Is that a thing? I mean, they got numbers on that. Apparently the number is 5. Once you go over 5, it seems to go down real bad as far as being able to maintain a long-term relationship. I mean, I don't know if that's a thing. They have the numbers for this, but I don't know, how true this is. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because the woman I'm using as a bad example, coming into my house wanting all this stuff, I believe she was on that C carousel, she was on that D carousel way too long. And then she realized that she's up against it. Now this woman had kids, grown, she, you know what I mean? Like she's fine. She had all that, but she never secured a guy. She never secured a man. So she didn't have that part. So now you're getting to the part where, man, life is hard. I'm getting older. I wish I had somebody. And, I guess her mindset was like, well, here's a nice guy. This is a gentleman. I'm a gentleman. I'm not rude. I got her out my crib. I wasn't rude about it. I simply, that was it. No more talking to you. Bye. I wasn't rude about it, but her approach was way off. It was way off. G Complex was good when men or women that's when men and women did their roles back in the day. And like I said, there's some cultures that still do. There's some like Vietnamese culture, the Cambodian culture, Japanese cultures, the South Korean culture, and most Latin cultures that are not westernized, like who are still like in Honduras, in Nicaragua, in Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina, Peru, like most places like that, they still adhere to those roles. It's just when they get to America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, you know what I mean? They get to Europe, right? And then even within Europe, when they're in, like the United Kingdom, Ireland, Scotland, England, Germany, and let's see, most of the Norwegian countries, the roles they're no longer static. They kind of think that they're equal or slightly above. But when you go to Spain, you go to Greece, they tend to be a little more traditional. Parts of France, like in the countryside in France, like women tend to be, more willing to embrace their femininity. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's different. And then, India, Pakistan, like the Middle East is a whole different beast. Africa is a different beast. You know what I mean? But women still do adhere to female roles while in country. But then once they come out, it's a little different. So Miss AKA lady, I believe that is true about your body count. Oh, really? Okay. Women are emotional, and I don't understand how you can spread yourself thin and not have issues being serious with a man. Your mind is messed up now. Wow. Huh. Okay. Thanks. Hey, Miss AKA, that's why I rock with her, man, because she keeps it 100. When you had these conversations, man, I had these conversations in person without any cameras all the time. And that's the only time I find women actually telling me the truth. Giving their unbiased opinion. So shout out to you, Miss AKA lady, for real. That's I gotta give you an applause for that. I still haven't. I got my Stream Deck over here, and my lazy butt ain't hooked it up yet. I haven't figured out how to interface the different systems, but I will. I'm gonna have a button for stuff like that. But that statement right there will definitely get you a Don DeMarco on Fresh and Fit show for real, because that's keeping it 100. For guys, I mean, that is true. I mean, I could go out and meet a woman tonight, just smash, come home and whatever. But I've just never, I haven't met too many women who could go out and just smash dude, like just go smash a dude, 2-3 dudes a week. You know what I mean? I've seen women do it. I've seen chicks do 3-4 dudes a day. I mean, like that has to mess with them. And again, this was back in the This was back in the mid to late 90s. College girls were getting it. I cannot tell the college stories. I don't even want to get into that. But even saying all that, I still thought I considered those the wild women, the women who's out there just getting it like guys. Again, just me making up numbers. I was like, that's like 15%. My made up number. I was like 15% of the women that I would come across might be like that. Right? And I was like, the majority of the women weren't like that at all. Like you could get on if you had some games, you can get on, but you had to put in time to really get to the good freakiness. Like 15% freaky right off jump. And then you know, I mean, you had to put in a little bit of time, you know, go out a couple times, maybe, you know, like a picnic. They weren't after money either. Like that 70% or so, they weren't after money. You know what I mean? They just wanted attention. They wanted your time. They wanted to hang out with you. They were cool going to the park, just walking around. You can make some peanut butter jelly sandwich or something like that, pull them out the little bag or whatever and sit down and eat it. They've been cool with that. Drink it on some Kool-Aid or something like that, or get them a pop or something like, or soda. I'm sorry, I said pop because I was thinking about what I was doing back home in Cincinnati. They was cool with that. Come back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? Pop in the VHS, watch a movie, you know what I mean? Go to Blockbuster, get a movie, bring it home. And by the time the movie was over, man, she'd smash you, but you done put in some time. You know what I mean? Put in, you know, like I said, it was a 3-day rule. Now, you know, and then so that was like 70, so that's 85, right? And then the remaining 15% were those women that like you damn near had to marry them, like be in a long-term relationship. You had to really prove it. I mean, they wouldn't hold off sex till marriage, but they would definitely make sure that they were getting the relationship that they wanted. It was headed there before they would start doing that, before you get relations. And then, of course, once you got married, then they let it all out. So I never crossed that plane. I never actually got married. You know what I mean? I was in maybe 2 or 3 long-term relationships in my life going back to middle school. But that was, like I said, so you would have 15% who were freaky. Yeah, that kind of works out. Yeah, it was like 15% who were just freaky tales from jump. 70% we'll call lightweight normal. You just had to put in work and then they would have a relationship, which meant, you know, it was intimate and all that. But again, they wanted to see you, you know, they either wanted to be number one or they, you know what I mean, or they wanted that respect. And then you have 15% who were, nah, you ain't really getting the good until you had to be in a long-term relationship with them. You had to be. They took no for an answer. It was vacations. They were answering your phone when they called. They wanted to move in. It was that. So and then again, that's just me making up numbers. It was like 15 super freak, 70% was just like, we'll just call norm. And then 15% was like, they wanted that wife treatment off rip. And so this is just me making up numbers, thinking of my experience. This is not scientific. So don't anybody hold me to this. But now, I think that number, that 15% super freak, I think that's up to like 25%. I think 25% of the young girls out here today, because of they want, you know, what they're seeing on YouTube, because of the media, because of the music and all that kind of stuff, I think that 25% of the women right now are just super freak right off rip. You know what I mean? That's just kind of what I'm thinking. I think the top 15 is still there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's it. So, you know, you take that down. So that's like what, 45%? Yeah, I think like 45% or so would be norm now. So I think that number has gone up maybe 10%. Right? So that's what I think. So yeah, it's a 10% difference. So instead of being 70% norm, it'd be like 60% normal, 25% or like freaky tails off rips. That gives you 85, and then the remainder 15% are the ones who still want wife material. At least that's what I'm thinking. Again, this is just me. I'm gonna pursue this a little bit more. Miss AKA lady, I don't believe it's natural for a woman to have sex like a man. A man can have 100 babies a year. A woman can get pregnant 1 time a year. That's biological differences, and that is a fact. That is a 100% fact. You know what I mean? So It's the way we made, y'all. It's the way we're made. So, okay, I got that off my chest. I just wanted to show those couple things. I wanted to put that out there. Maybe we'll circle back and revisit this at a later date. But I think I think traditional roles are out the window right now. And since there are no traditional roles, there are no traditional male roles, traditional female roles. This is my opinion. I believe that there are no rules. There are no rules. Right? I agree with everything Miss AKA A Lady was saying tonight. You know, women are out here trying to sport fuck, and it's not gonna work. Right? A lot of this stuff is being filmed, right? And then when you compound that with the top tier guys, don't want women who've been out there. They don't want to wife up those women, no matter how beautiful you are. They don't want to wife that up. They know you've been out here smashing all these dudes. You done smash dudes in his circle. He gonna smash you too. He'll blow your back out, but he ain't trying to wife you up. So I'm gonna pursue this. I'm gonna ask this to folks. There's 15%. There's 15, 70, 15, which is now 25, 60, 15. I'm gonna pass this around, see what folks say about that. So listen, thanks for listening to an old man ramble around. I wasn't even supposed to go on tonight, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. Thank you, Miss AK Lady, G Complex for coming out. Wonderful 34. Thanks for coming in, brother Michael, brother Jason. Y'all always be there rocking with me. Brother Eric, welcome. I'm glad you came through. Hope to see you again. Colonel Sanders, I'll see you soon. You know what I mean? And we have Money Mike in the house. Bro, I'm going to catch you again. I don't know what city it's going to be. Maybe we'll go to D.C. next time. Or maybe I'll catch you down in Miami again. You and Lincoln, I might even sneak up. Let me know when you and Lincoln go down there. I might creep up on y'all. But thank y'all so much for coming in and showing the support, showing the love. I really appreciate it. I am DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. It's time for this old man to go to bed. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.